and further formation of mountain and forms of basaltic rock. The significance of plate continental convergence boundary. See, this mainly gives the formation of fold mountain. Okay, thus convergent boundary. As this plate moves away from each postulates of plate tectonic theory. This consists of lithosphere, three types of plate boundary move. Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss plate tectonic theory. The theory is based on two principal hypotheses: Arthur Holmes' convectional current hypothesis and the concept of seafloor spreading advocated by Harry Hayes. Now, before moving further, let us discuss what does this convectional current hypothesis and seafloor spreading theory means. See, convectional currents are heat-driven cycle that occurs in air, ocean and mantle. They are caused by difference in temperature, often due to differing proximity to a heat source. See, suppose in this diagram, this one is the very hot material which is moving upwards, and as it moves upward, it further cools down, and as it cools down, it further moves towards its initial position where it again becomes hot. The difference in temperature relates directly to the density of material causing these effects. Now further, convection current are caused by very hot material of mantle rising upward. Now the process is repeated when the material is heated and rises, then cools and sinks again, repeating this cycle over and over, which is termed as mantle convection current. Now moving forward, seafloor spreading occurs at divergent plate boundary. See, in previous lecture we have learned there are three types of plate boundary movement. The one which is moving towards each other are known as convergent plate boundary. The one which is moving away from each other are termed as divergent plate boundary, and the one which is moving in a shear direction are termed as transform boundary. Okay, so here we are talking about divergent plate boundary. As tectonic plate slowly moves away from each other, heat from mantle's convection current makes the crust more plastic and less dense. The less dense material rises, often forming a mountain or elevate area of seafloor. Eventually the crust cracks. Okay, the mantle is coming from this direction. Okay, now moving forward, according to the theory of plate tectonic, the earth's lithosphere is broken into distinct plates which are floating on a ductile layer called asthenosphere. Suppose we can understand with the help of diagram. See, this one is the asthenosphere. Now this asthenosphere we can understand with the help of diagram. This consists of lithosphere, which consists of crust and uppermost solid mantle, and the crust which contains 0 to 100 km thick is the oceanic plate, and 0 to 200 is the continental plate. Okay, now further, this crust, this part is mantle, and outer core, inner core, which is about 6378 km, and this asthenosphere comes in a part of mantle. Plate moves horizontally over the asthenosphere as a rigid unit. The lithosphere include the crust and the top mantle with its thickness range varying between 5 to 100 km in oceanic plates and about 200 km in the continental plate, as we have explained in the diagram 2. Now major tectonic plates: Antarctica and surrounding oceanic plates, North American plates, South American plates, Pacific plates, Indian, Australia, New Zealand plate, Africa with eastern Atlantic floor plates, Eurasia and adjacent oceanic plates. And some more minor tectonic plates are Cocos plate between Central America and Pacific plate, Nazca plate, Arabian plate, Philippines plate, and many more. See, you can pause this video and read it through. Okay, there are many more minor plates other than the one mentioned above. Most of these minor plates were formed due to stress created by converging major plates. Example, the Mediterranean Sea is divided into numerous minor plates due to the compressive force exerted by Eurasian and African plates. Okay, now postulates of plate tectonic theory. The Earth's interior, according to mechanical rigidity, can be classified into lithosphere, asthenosphere. The theory rejects the idea of Sial and Sima based on classification. Lithosphere, the crust and the part of upper mantle is called lithosphere, 100 km thick and less dense than the material below, so it floats. Asthenosphere, the plastic layer below the lithosphere is asthenosphere. The plastic of lithosphere floats over the asthenosphere. We can see from the diagram this asthenosphere which is below lithosphere, and this lithosphere is floating above asthenosphere, which is less dense. Okay, now three types of motion are possible between the plates. See, previously we have read there are three types of movement: convergent, divergent and transform. Okay, now separation or divergent or constructive plate margin. closing together or convergent or destructive plate margin. See, this one is the second one. Transform or conservative plate margin. Okay. Now, types of margin: motion, divergent, convergent, and transform. And the motion created by divergent plate boundary are spreading. The plates are spreading away from each other. See, this one is the actual motion in which the plates are moving away from each other, and this one is the ridge which has been generated because of movement of these plates. As this plate moves away from each other, volcano comes out from this portion and it's accumulate over here. Okay, now when the plates are converging towards each other, it forms a trench. Okay, the plates are subducting towards each other. Now in convergent plate boundary, subduction occurs, and in transform, lateral sliding. See, in transform plate boundary, the motion is lateral in sliding. This plate moves in this direction and the other relative to it moves in a opposite direction. Okay, now effect produced with divergent plate boundary are constructive, oceanic lithosphere created, and in convergent are destructive, oceanic lithosphere is destroyed. Means, see, these two, lithosphere created and lithosphere destroyed, means that when the plates are moving away from each other, new material is coming above the surface, so it is created. And when the plate boundaries are moving towards each other, the plate which previously was present is subducting in a downward direction, so it is destroyed. Okay, conservative, lithosphere neither created nor destroyed. Okay, in this the plates are neither created nor destroyed. Topography produced with the help of divergent plate boundary are ridges and rift, and in convergent plate boundary are trenches, and in transform no major effect. Volcanic activity is present in this convergent plate boundary is also present, and no volcanic activity is present in transform plate boundary. Okay, hope you have understood this table with the help of diagram. Divergent plate boundary. A divergent boundary occurs when two tectonic plates moves away from each other, which has been discussed in above diagram. Along this boundary, lava spew from long fissure and geysers spurts superheated water. These geysers are superheated water which is coming from the earth's surface. Frequent earthquake strikes along the rift. Beneath the rift, magma, molten rock rises from the mantle. It oozes up into the gap and hardens into solid rocks, forming new crust on the torn edge of plate. Magma from the mantle solidify into basalt, a dark, dense rock that underlies the ocean floor. See, this basaltic are the most denser material which, while coming from the earth's surface, mainly forms the oceanic plate boundary. Okay, now thus at the divergent boundary, oceanic crust made of basalt is created. See, this was said over here. See, these basalt rocks are the main rocks which are found on ocean plates. Okay, now features of divergent plate boundary are mid oceanic ridge which are termed as moor. This is formed, rift valley is formed, and fissure volcano takes place. Okay, now see, this divergent plate boundary can be understood with the help of diagram once more. See, when the plates are moving away from each other, the volcanic eruption takes place, forming the rift valley. Okay, and basalt overflows and mainly forms over on the oceanic crust. Okay, now as this rift valley or this plate moves further away from each other, a rift is generated and new oceanic crust is also generated. Now furthermore moving away from each other, this forms a oceanic crust in which a passive continental margin and oceanic basin is created. Okay, and this one is the mid oceanic ridge. Okay, now further moving forward, let us discuss what does this continental rift valley means. Divergent boundaries can also develop within a continent, resulting in continental rift valley such as the East Africa Rift Valley, the Baikal Rift Valley, the West Antarctic Rift Valley, and the Rio Grande Rift are Earth's major active continental rift valley. See, above we have discussed this rift valley mainly forming in oceanic plates. Okay, but here the divergent plate boundary, when it's occur on a continental plate boundary, what does this mainly happen? Now moving forward, we will discuss convergent boundary. Here mainly we are discussing what will happen when two plate boundary are moving towards each other. When two plate boundaries are moving towards each other, the plates which is more denser or which is more heavier will move downward with respect to the plate which is lighter. Okay, and when this plate will move in a downward direction, mainly the volcanic eruption will take place, forming a mountain range over here. Okay, and this mountain range are known as archipelago. Hope you know this term. Okay, when two plates come together, it is known as convergent boundary. The impact of two colliding plates buckles the edge of one or both plates up into a rugged mountain range and sometimes bends the other down into a deep seafloor trench. A chain of volcano often forms parallel to the boundary, to the mountain range and to trench. Powerful earthquakes shake a wide area on both sides of the boundary. If one of the colliding plate is topped with oceanic crust, it falls down into the mantle where it begins to melt. Magma rises into and through the other plate, solidifying into a new crust. Magma formed from melting plates solidify into granite, a light colored, low density rock that makes up the continent. Thus, at the convergent boundary, continental crust made of granite is created and oceanic crust is destroyed. The three types of convergent boundary are oceanic continental convergence, oceanic convergence, and continental convergence. The oceanic and continental convergence, oceanic crust may collide with a continent. See, this one is the continent and this one is the oceanic plate. Okay, when we all know that this oceanic plate is more heavier with respect to this continental plate, so this oceanic plates will subduct with respect to this continental plate. Okay, now further, the dense oceanic plates slowly and inexorably sinks into the asthenosphere in the process of subduction. See, mainly the subduction is taking place. The subducting slab pulls on the rest of the plate. Such slab pull is probably the main cause of most plate movement, pulling the rest of the plate in after itself as it were. Oceanic convergence. See, when we were discussing about continental and oceanic plate, we all were knowing that oceanic plates are more heavier than continental plate, so oceanic plate will always subduct downwards and continental plate will float. But when we are discussing oceanic and oceanic, there might be a confusion that both the plate are having same density, then which plate would move downward and which plate would float. See, we all know that the density might be the same, but the plate which are more heavier, that is which is more bigger, will subduct downward. The plate which is less heavy will float over the plate which is more heavier. Okay, in collision between the two oceanic plate, the cooler, denser oceanic lithosphere sinks beneath the warmer, less denser oceanic lithosphere. See, this one I have explained over here. As the slab sinks deeper into the mantle, it releases water from dehydration of hydrous minerals in the oceanic crust. As one of the oceanic plates subduct beneath the earth, an oceanic trench is formed. Shallow and deep focused earthquake occurs and volcanic activity is initiated with volcanoes forming on the ocean floors. With time, a volcanic island arc such as Aleutian Island and Mariana Island develops. Such as arc may eventually become a more mature island arc system such as Japan and island of Sumatra and Java in Indonesia are today. Okay, now moving further, continental convergence boundary. See, this mainly gives the formation of fold mountain. Okay, continental convergence is formed between two continental plates. When the plate converges, oceanic sediments are squeezed and upthrust between the plates, and these squeezed sediments appear as fold mountain along the plate margin. The Himalayan mountains are example of this type of convergent plate boundary. See, this continental convergence has also been explained in my previous lecture. Transform fault boundaries. A transform fault or transform boundary, sometimes called as a strike slip boundary, is a fault along a plate boundary where the motion is predominantly horizontal. See, this one is the plates, and if its movement is in shear direction, this is termed as transform plane boundary. Okay, the transform plate boundary are locations where two plates are sliding past each other, and there is no creations or destructions of landform but only deformation of the existing landforms. Okay, the fractures zones that forms a transform plate boundary is known as transform fault. In ocean, transform faults are plane of separation generally perpendicular to mid-oceanic ridge. North Anatolian Fault and San Andreas Fault, that is Silicon Valley, lies dangerously close to the fault. Okay, this one along the western coast of USA is the best example of transcurrent edge on the continents. The significance of plate tectonic theory. Okay, almost all the major landforms formed are due to plate tectonic. New minerals are thrown up from the core with the magmatic eruptions. See, if this one is the plate boundary, if this plate is moving in downward direction, ruptures takes place and further formation of mountain happens, and if divergent plate boundary are taking place, magma comes out and forms a basaltic rock. Okay, in oceanic plate. Economically valuable minerals like copper, uranium are found near the plate boundaries. From present knowledge of crustal plate movement, the shape of land masses in future can be predicted. For instance, if the present trend continues, North and South America will separate. A piece of land will separate from east coast of Africa. Australia will move closer to Asia. This may happen. Okay, this is the prediction. Now, moving forward is the comparison between continental drift theory, sea floor spreading theory, and plate tectonic theory. Okay, this continental drift theory is explained by Alfred Wegener, and sea floor spreading theory was explained by Arthur Holmes, and plate tectonic theory in 1967 Mackenzie and Parker suggested the theory of plate tectonic. Morgan later outlined the theory in 1968, and this Arthur Holmes explained the convectional current theory in 1930. Based on the convectional current theory, Harry Hess explained sea floor spreading theory in 1940. Now further theory of continental drift theory explained the movement of continents only, while that of sea floor spreading theory explained the movement of oceanic plates only, and this the plate tectonic theory explained the movement of lithosphere plates that includes both continental and oceanic plates. So this plate tectonic theory explained both continental and sea floor spreading theory. Forces for the movement of continental drift theory are buoyancy, that is buoyant force, gravity, pole fleeing force, tidal currents, and tides. The force involved in sea floor spreading theory is the convection currents in the mantle drag crustal plates, and the force involved in plate tectonic theory are the convection currents in mantle drag crustal plate, that is both are same. Now the evidence which can be found in continental drift theory are the apparent affinity of physical feature, botanical evidence, fossil evidence, tillite deposits, placer deposits, rock of same ages across different continents, etc. And this evidence found in sea floor spreading theory are the ocean bottom reliefs, paleomagnetic rocks, distribution of earthquakes, and volcanic activities. Now evidence in plate tectonic theory are ocean bottom reliefs, paleomagnetic rocks, distribution of earthquakes, and volcanic gravitational anomalies are at trenches, etc. Now for continental drift theory are too generally with silly and something illogical evidence, and this sea floor spreading doesn't explain the movement of continental plates. Acceptance of this theory, that is continental drift theory, sea floor spreading theory, and plate tectonic theory are as follows. This continental drift theory was discarded, and this sea floor spreading theory was not complete, and plate tectonic theory most widely accepted. Now usefulness of continental drift theory is helped in evolution of convection current theory and sea floor spreading theory, and this usefulness of plate tectonic theory are help us understand various geographical feature, while that of usefulness of sea floor spreading theory is evolution of plate tectonic theory. Okay, so this theory mainly evolved plate tectonic theory. Okay, now after watching this lecture, I presume that you would have understood plate tectonic theory. Thank you.